Welcome to Women on Purpose, a space where we embrace growth, connection, and a little bit of laughter along the way. I'm Jo, and I'm so glad you're here because every woman deserves friendships that feel deep, fulfilling, and real. Let's dive in together and make meaningful connections that truly matter. Struggling to find meaningful friendships, a guide for women who want more than just small talk. Introduction. If you've ever felt like making meaningful friendships as an adult is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, you're not alone. We crave deep, soul-nourishing connections, yet somehow, between work, family, and life's never-ending to-do lists, we end up stuck in surface-level small talk, or worse, feeling completely isolated. It's frustrating, isn't it? The truth is, many women struggle to find friendships that go beyond the occasional, "How are you?" and into the kind of connection that feels safe, supportive, and real. But here's the good news. You can create those friendships, and it's never too late to start. Meaningful friendships don't happen by accident. They require intention, vulnerability, and a little bit of courage. Let's talk about how to make it happen. As I talk, imagine vibrant plates of nourishing, delicious food, fresh salads, warm bowls of soup, and colorful smoothie bowls, being enjoyed by women who are choosing to prioritize their well-being. These moments aren't just about eating, they're about self-care, connection, and making choices that fuel both body and soul. Because when we nourish ourselves with intention, we create the energy and confidence to show up fully in our lives and relationships. Why is it so hard to make friends as an adult? Remember when making friends was as easy as running up to another kid on the playground and asking, "Wanna play?" If only it were that simple now. As adults, friendships take more effort because life is, well, a lot. Between work, family, and trying to squeeze in a little time for ourselves, socializing often falls to the bottom of the to-do list. And even when we do meet new people, there's that awkward, "Should I text first? Will I seem weird?" hesitation that keeps us from making a real connection. It's not just about schedules. There are emotional walls, too. Maybe we've been burned by friendships that fizzled out, or we assume that everyone already has their people. And let's be honest, finding women who truly get you, who share your values and energy, can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. I remember sitting at a crowded cafe once, surrounded by chatter and laughter, yet feeling completely alone. I had acquaintances, sure, plenty of women I could grab a coffee with or chat with at work, but I longed for the kind of friendship where I could show up messy, unfiltered, and completely myself. The kind of friend I could call when life felt heavy, or when I just needed someone to remind me I wasn't alone. If you've ever felt that way too, know this: it's not just you. Making meaningful friendships as an adult is hard, but it's not impossible. The good news? With a little intention, a little courage, and maybe a little vulnerability, those deep, soul-filling friendships are within reach. Let's talk about how to find them. The difference between acquaintances and true friends. We all have people in our lives who are friendly, the ones we exchange small talk with at work, wave to at the gym, or chat with at school pickup. But there's a big difference between friendly acquaintances and those deep, soul-nourishing friendships that make you feel truly seen. Acquaintances are great for sharing laughs and making plans, but they aren't always the ones you can turn to when life gets messy. A true friend? She's the one who answers your 11 p.m. text when you're falling apart, no questions asked. She's the one who celebrates your wins as if they were her own and tells you the truth, even when it's hard to hear. She doesn't just check in when things are easy. She sticks around when life throws curveballs. I'll never forget the time I was going through a rough season and didn't want to burden anyone with my problems. I kept pretending I was fine until one day, a woman I considered more of a casual friend showed up at my doorstep with coffee and a "you're not fooling me" look. She sat with me, listened, and reminded me that I didn't have to carry everything alone. That moment turned an acquaintance into one of my most treasured friendships. The truth is, we need both types of relationships in our lives. Acquaintances keep life light and social, while meaningful friends keep us grounded and connected. And if you're longing for deeper friendships, you can create them. It starts with being open, intentional, and willing to show up for others the way you want them to show up for you. Because at the end of the day, the best friendships aren't about quantity, they're about quality. Overcoming the fear of reaching out. Why is it so nerve-wracking to make the first move in a friendship? So many of us hesitate, worrying we'll come off as too eager, too awkward, or even worse, be rejected. But the truth is, most women want deeper connections just as much as you do. They're just waiting for someone to take the first step, and guess what? That someone can be you. Friendship, like anything meaningful, requires a little vulnerability. Yes, it's scary to put yourself out there, but staying in your comfort zone won't bring the deep, fulfilling connections you crave. The good news? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Small, intentional actions can open the door to something beautiful. Start by asking better questions. Instead of the usual "how's work" or "busy week," try, "What's something you're really excited about right now?" Or, "What's the best thing that happened to you this month?" These kinds of questions invite real conversations instead of surface-level chit-chat. Another powerful way to deepen a connection is to go first. Share something real about yourself. When you open up, even just a little, you give the other person permission to do the same. It's amazing how quickly a conversation shifts when one person dares to be just a little more real. And don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Instead of hoping to run into someone at an event, take the lead and invite them out for a one-on-one coffee. A simple, "Hey, I'd love to grab a coffee with you sometime," can be the start of something really meaningful. Yes, it's nerve-wracking to reach out, but the potential reward, a deep, supportive, and lasting friendship, is so worth it. So be bold, be brave, and send that text. You never know, it might just change your life. Where to find like-minded women. So you're ready to build meaningful friendships. But where do you even find the right people? It's easy to feel like everyone else already has their circle. But trust me, there are women out there looking for connection just like you. Sometimes, we just have to step outside our usual routines to meet them. One of the best ways to find like-minded women is through interest-based groups. Love books? Join a local book club. Want to move your body and meet new people? Try a fitness class or a walking group. Passionate about giving back? Volunteer work is an amazing way to connect with women who share your values. And don't underestimate the power of online communities. Facebook groups, local women's meetups, and even apps designed to connect women can introduce you to people you'd never cross paths with otherwise. It might feel a little out of your comfort zone at first, but remember, friendship often starts with a little bravery. Another big one? Start saying yes to invitations, even when it feels easier to stay home in pajamas, because let's be honest, pajamas are amazing. Push yourself to go. The more you show up, the more opportunities you have to build real connections. I'll never forget the time I reluctantly went to a community event, fully expecting to smile politely and leave early. Instead, I met a woman who, within minutes, felt like someone I had always known. We laughed, swapped stories, and to this day, she's one of my closest friends, all because I said yes to stepping into a new environment. Friendship doesn't always find you. Sometimes, you have to go out and find it. So take the chance, join the group, and send the message. Your future best friend might just be waiting for you to show up. Building friendships that last. Friendship isn't just about finding the right people. It's about keeping them. Just like any relationship, friendships require care, effort, and a little bit of showing up even when life gets busy. The strongest connections aren't built on grand gestures, but on the small, everyday moments that make someone feel valued. One of the best ways to build lasting friendships is to be the kind of friend you want to attract. Want consistency? Be the one who sends the "just thinking of you" text. Want support? Celebrate your friends' wins, big or small, and be there when life throws them a curveball. And don't forget Deep friendships thrive on honesty. Communicate openly about what you need and respect their boundaries too. A true friendship isn't about keeping score. It's about creating a safe space where both of you feel heard and supported. Great friendships aren't built overnight, but the small, intentional steps you take today can lead to the kind of friendships that feel like home. So send the text, plan the coffee date, and don't be afraid to say, "Hey, I appreciate you." Because when we invest in our friendships, they become one of the richest, most beautiful parts of our lives. Conclusion: you're not alone in this. If you've been struggling to find deep, meaningful friendships, know this: you are not alone, and this season won't last forever. Making connections as an adult can feel challenging, but the right friendships are out there, waiting for you. This week, I encourage you to take one small step. Send a text, say yes to an invitation, or start a conversation that goes beyond small talk. Because real friendship isn't about luck. It's about showing up, being open, and giving yourself the chance to connect. The right friends are out there, waiting to meet the real, wonderful, messy, brilliant you. And when you find them, it'll be so worth it. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's build a community of women who lift each other up.